Patty, can you believe it's time already for a Midweek Update? Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you had a good weekend.
Yeah.
We did.
We did. Yeah. Did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was actually a busy weekend.
Yeah.
Quick update. We're feeling pretty good. We just have days where...
Right now it's just, school's just exhausting, so I can't blame it on the COVID.
You can't? Okay.
The kids are cuckoo bean because we're coming into spring break, so they are cuckoo. So it's just trying to keep up with those 12-year-olds.
It's a shortness of breath for me, and it's frustrating because I'll go outside and pick up limbs, and after 10 minutes I'm like huffing and puffing.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I'm not the most physically fit person, but I used to be able to go out and do that without.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we're doing pretty good. So we started off on Friday. Patty had a doctor's appointment, so she had taken the day off because it was in Fort Wayne.
Right.
And I had a virtual event I had to attend in the morning, so I just went to my office, which was kind of weird. I had not been in my physical office since back in November.
Right.
And I know this because every calendar in my office, and there's 3.
It was on November.
It was on November. So, and then we did something...
that we haven't done in a long time.
I think it was October.
Mm-hmm.
We ate inside a restaurant.
We did.
So we went to a restaurant. It's called Blaze. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's one of those pizza places where they cook it at a really high temperature. And then
pizza oven kind of thing.
Yeah, I kind of compare it to like Subway for pizzas.
Yeah,
you go down the
choose
line.
your toppings and
Yeah. There was hardly anybody in there.
That was what was nice.
And
too.
she said, do you want to, for here to go? And I looked at Patty and I said, do you feel comfortable? And she said, yeah. So we actually sat down at a table, and that was kind of
it felt
weird.
Odd. It was really weird.
Just because we haven't done it. Now, we have ate outside, but here in the Midwest, you can't, right now, you can't eat outside. Like over Christmas in Florida, we ate outside several times.
Because they have a place to sit outside, but it was too cold to do that. So
that was kind of nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Good pizza.
And we ended up, if I remember right, at Costco.
We did. We did some stuff. We went to Target. We went
that's right. We went to Target.
Kohl's. Because we were trying to use our time because the truck was getting work done.
That was the big purchase. So no, we didn't buy a new truck.
No, it just needed some
I took
maintenance.
Montana in. It was due for its 60,000th service. So we had ran it down on Thursday night.
Yep.
And then we were waiting for it to get done. So that's why we were running to places. Mm-hmm. And $1,500 later, we picked up Montana. Yeah, it's amazing. So I know you're thinking you got new tires at least, right? No new tires. I mean, this
That's in the fall. We had to pay that in the fall. No.
Yeah. It was things like all the fluids, front differentials, rear differentials, transfer case, transmission, coolant flush, brake fluid flush. It needed an alignment. It needed a tire rotation. It needed an oil change. And unbelievably, all that stuff added up. Now, I know some people say, well, we do it ourselves. I wished I could. I just don't have those skills. And I used to change the oil in vehicles, but...
Yeah, every year you're like, I'm going to take it.
And I don't know. I liked, especially the truck, because you're towing. I think for me, this is just my opinion.
Well, now we have peace of mind.
Yeah, that we've done the required maintenance, and most of that big maintenance now won't come around for at least another 60,000 miles.
And because we bought it, it was used, and it wasn't quite sure what we knew stuff, but now you know.
And that's the thing, you buy used, so you save, but like in our case, it only had 50,000 miles, so it was certified, but they don't do the 60,000 mile because it hasn't got there.
Right.
So we literally in 10,000 had this big maintenance bill. But when I look at, that truck new is probably around $50,000. We paid $34,000. So I think we can afford to do a little maintenance.
Well, you have to with what we do in the summer.
Yeah.
And you always keep our vehicles in good shape and up to date. And we've always gotten praise over how nice, we keep them and they last. So, yeah.
So then Saturday, I had ordered a couple items earlier in the week, which I don't even remember. I think I might have mentioned last week.
At Christmas.
So I ordered a solar panel for Tex.
Yep.
We have a Go Power system, and so it's kind of plug and play. You can add 2 additional solar panels. I just ordered 1, and then I also ordered a Micro Air Easy Start, which will be this coming Sunday's video. Originally, Mike Wagner had offered to help me install it. And I started watching some videos on Thursday, I think it was, and realized I might be able to do this if I can get Darrin, my brother-in-law, to come over. So I called Darrin and I said, maybe Saturday you could come over and maybe an hour and a half.
Because he's not afraid to go up high.
Right. I was on the ladder. I just more comfortable not being on the roof most of the time. It's not even, I think being on the roof wouldn't bother me. It's that ladder.
And the ladder is weird. Yeah. I think our ladder needs to have where you come back, you need something higher to reach, or it needs to come out like a telescoping thing. That's what I think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it ended up taking longer than an hour and a half. The whole project took us, about 4 hours?
Yep.
But Darrin did some extra things on the roof for me. He removed the max air covers and cleaned out all the fans. We cleaned the AC really good, the coils. Mm-hmm. So we were able to get the Easy Start installed, and we were able to get the solar panel on Saturday.
Well, and I think what also slowed you down a little bit is you guys were recording.
And we were recording.
That slows you down.
That does slow you down.
When you're doing something and you were talking and hanging out, and
So I think that video will be good from the standpoint. There's a lot of Easy Start videos out there, but the fact that Darrin and I were doing it, neither of us are overly mechanical, and the fact that we were able to do it, I'm hoping it'll show you, if you're ever interested in installing one, that you could probably do it yourself. And the nice thing is we have no tie-in with Micro Air, but the Wagners do. And so I've already done it. It's already loaded, ready to go for Sunday. But in the description for that video on Sunday will be a $25 discount using the Wagner's code. Yeah. And so you can save some money and you can support the Wandering Wagners. And they're good people. And so we're happy to do that. Then Sunday, the weather was really crappy.
It got winter. Winter came back.
Yeah. It was weird.
Cold and windy.
Saturday,
and
Darrin and I were sweating up on the roof.
It was nice. It was sunny and mid-60s. It was beautiful. And then just the opposite. Yeah. Snowflakes.
And for some reason, we ran back to Costco.
Well.
Go ahead. Do tell.
Well, it's the silliest reason to go back, but we went back. We went back for... they have these really cute hand soaps that I call them Italian looking. They're designs. And then they got, you can refill them. And so there was 4. We needed one for the trailer.
For $10, which is a good deal.
And we needed some for the house.
The thing is, we saw them on Friday, and we're like, Patty's like, oh, those are really cool. And I'm like, we just bought hand soaps. And then somehow Sunday.
We're like looking at the ones we had, and I'm like, this one's about empty. Yeah. He's like, it is?
So I just said, let's
just go.
And
of course, then we picked up, I call them street tacos. And some other stuff, So it was okay.
So that was our weekend, and now we're getting ready to take Tex out this weekend. I'm ready to get back in the camper.
Well, I'm just ready for spring break. Yeah. I'm ready to not be with 12-year-olds for a little bit. So... No offense to 12-year-olds.
We did not do a live stream in March, we realized, with having COVID.
COVID struck us.
But, so that's why we have moved the April one right to the start of the month, and we may do a second one at the end of April, kind of to
That'd
make
be
up.
Easier, yeah.
And so this Saturday night, April
3rd, not 4th.
No, originally I thought it was the 4th. April 3rd, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be live streaming on Travels with Delaney. Yep. And this was going to be, I think, fun.
It's different.
We're going to have Russ and Carrie on the live stream from The Roads We Roam.
Yep.
And we're going to have Bob and April from Travels Abound or Bob's Mug Coffee.
Yeah.
And we've got kind of a big announcement to make. And... we'll just have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So anytime, you have guests on a live stream, like last month we had Jim and Abe and Mark and Karen.
That's actually in February.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no, this is technically still March.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The end of March.
This is the end of March. So.
Yeah, in February. Seems forever ago.
So, and then, so that's exciting. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else I bought for the trailer? I think that's about it.
I think so.
Yeah, other than the new Honda generator that's already in Tex, ready to roll. So, see, my trophy wife said, "Yeah, Patrick, you're getting old, and lifting that 100-pound generator all the time. You should probably get something lighter." So,
just see what I have to deal with.
So last night we were on a call with Bob and April to test out the streaming system to make sure we were going to be able to bring them in electronically. And at some point, I don't even know how, Bob and I were talking and goofing around, and I said something about, Bob, I don't know how I got so lucky to get such a beautiful wife. She's my trophy wife, and Patty's hearing this, and she's like, "What do you want?" And I said to Bob, I go, "A Honda generator." So yeah.
After 9 years, you want something.
Yeah.
You want something.
So yeah, I don't know if there'll actually be a video come out on it. Although I am, we did kind of gain notoriety on Travels with Delaney because of the Harbor Freight video. It might be fun to do a video over there where, almost like a record scratch type deal. You bought a what?
Yeah.
Because,
like
and don't get me wrong, I love the Harbor Freight Predator. We've had that thing almost 2.5 years.
Yeah.
It was just, I wanted something lighter weight, and the Predator weighs about 100 pounds. Now it is bigger as far as, it's bigger. I wanted something smaller, and it, obviously the Honda doesn't have quite as much power. But that, I'm telling you what, that Predator, for what we paid for it, I think we paid around $750. They're up to $850 now. They went up in price. But I did get the new Honda 2200i with the Bluetooth capability. And it fits. Patty doesn't even know this. I literally am springing this on here.
Yeah.
So here's what I found out. Yesterday I went up to our local implement supply company, and I was going to buy one there. They didn't have any, and he told me the last time they got any was 5 months ago. They got 3, and they sold out in a week.
Yeah, he said they were gone.
So last night I was online, and he told me, I said, well, I can just stop back, and check. And he goes, look, if you can find one, you better buy it. They're hard to find. So I was like, what? So I came home. Home Depot is wiped out. It said the Coldwater store, which is fairly close to us, it said limited supply, call first. So this morning I thought, well, that probably just means they have one. I called up there and she's like, we do not have any. She goes, hold on, let me look. She couldn't find any anywhere close, like within a 300 mile. So then Sportsman's Warehouse said they had them. You could actually supposedly click and buy and pick up, which I should have probably done. But I thought, well, if you're selling them, you've got them. So I run down there early this morning.
That's clear south side of Fort Wayne.
Yeah, it was a ways. And
it's over an hour.
I go in and I see the big Honda, the 3000. I see the little one, the 1000.
Where's the middle one?
Empty shelf. And I'm like, oh no. So I find somebody, he goes, I think we're out of those. And I said, well, it's weird because on your website it said I could have bought it and picked it up today. And he goes, well, let me go look in the storeroom. Come back out, he says, I have 2. And I said, I'll take one. And the nice thing about the Hondas, Honda sets the price. It's kind of like buying Apple products.
Right.
It's not like you really need to shop around for the most part. You might find $50 off somewhere, gift card deal. But so then he tells me, he goes, well, Honda requires we open the box, put in oil, put in gas, and run it before we send it home.
Nice.
All right. And so they did, which was kind of cool because then I didn't have to go through that process. So got it home, took it out, one pull, boom, it's quiet. You're going to be shocked. It's even quieter than the Predator.
Okay.
It is smaller, which again.
That's what we need, yeah.
And then the real test was, will it fit in the generator storage area?
And
it does.
Perfect.
So I'm kind of excited about that. We'll probably be selling the Predator. I don't know that we need 2 generators here at the house.
Well, because that's good because we always were concerned about the tongue weight. So hopefully this one's lighter weight for the tongue.
Well,
because talking about weight, what'd you figure out about the rails on top of?
So when we were installing the solar panel, our Lance came with the optional roof rack system, 2 crossbars.
Like to put some kayaks or whatever up there.
And we're never going to use it. And really, we couldn't because if we slid them apart far enough, they would be covering part of our solar panels.
Yes, you can't.
And I thought, and Patty said, just take them off if we don't need them. And I was like, well, they look kind of cool. And then I was up there and I'm like, I wonder how much these things weigh. And I was thinking they'd be really light. So I took one off. I went to pick it up. And you got to understand, they're 8 feet long. They go all the way across the trailer. I mean, it was like, whoa.
And how much did they weigh?
Well, we know they weigh at least 20, almost 24 pounds a piece.
That's 50
pounds that we took off the roof. Yeah.
So now we can...
And that was just balance. I wrapped a cord, took a luggage, And, it was like teetering. So I'm not sure. It might actually weigh more. I don't know.
And they were close to, the weight close. We're always concerned about, the front of the trailer.
Oh, they were definitely near the front where. So, yeah, we added 48 pounds. I think the Honda weighs 48, and we took off about the same. So I don't think we added anything.
But now at least it's not another 48.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah. I thought of that when you were talking.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good point. I forgot we had taken those off.
Well, yeah, because you needed the sun to be able to hit those panels, all the little cells.
Yeah, that was the other thing. The one was kind of
being blocked a little bit,
depending on what way the sun was coming in.
Right.
And one final thing, and then we got to wrap this up. By adding that second solar panel, well, I guess the second solar panel didn't really make it. But what I found out was we can. At least when the temperature is like...
If you have to.
Yeah, if you have to. In the 70s. I think it got up close to 70 on Saturday. I was able to fire our AC and run it off of our 2,000-watt inverter in the trailer. And, the real test for that will be when we get into 90 degrees.
When it's
really
and the
hot. Thought is, if it's just so beastly hot, we don't have power, and we don't want to run the generator... We could fire it up for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Now, it's going to drop our batteries probably by 50%.
But now you have the Honda.
But now we have the Honda, and that's a game changer.
That is. That changes everything.
See, she bought in. It only took like the last 3 minutes she's bought in now.
You
were on board all along.
I always thought you should get one to begin with.
Yeah, Patty's been on me about that for a long time. She's like, that one's so big and heavy. And although if you keep saying that, the potential buyers listening.
The other one's really nice.
Yeah.
It's worked. It's done as well.
So, and by the way, there is. I do currently have it on hold for one of you who had asked me to hold it, and you know who you are, Mark.
You know who you are,
Mark Milinarski,
Uncle Mark.
But I've also told Mark he does not have to buy it.
No,
because the thing is, I can put it on Facebook Marketplace, and it'll probably be gone in a couple days.
They can do what they want.
So,
yep.
All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Hopefully, we will see you on Saturday night during the live stream. If not, try to catch it in replay. I know live streams aren't the most exciting in replays.
This one is a little different.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be fun, and I think there's going to be some exciting things.
Woo-hoo.
And so, all right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see ya.
On down the road.
Bye. Hey, guys,
These
can you
guys
wake
are
up for a minute and say goodbye? Tell them goodbye. Say thanks for stopping by our channel.
Look at this